Hello once again and welcome to that Friday show right here on Estuary TV. I'm Martin Samuels. Now you may notice Helen is still not back on the sofa. She's still on holiday and she's left me for a month over Christmas to be in the land of warmth, speedos and lovely furry animals that bounce and balls of fluff that climb trees. She's in Australia. Now, as usual, we invite guests into the studio each week to have a chat about things they've been involved in. And Catherine has been to visit the seal sanctuary in Donanook, one of nature's natural wonders. And we'll also be bringing you our What's On guide. We'll be out visiting places and attractions together or even separately when she's back, of course. And I must not forget our other member of the team, Peter Marshall, along with trusty cameraman Spence. More from them in a bit on the Out and About feature. Now, in a moment, we'll be chatting to yet another talented group of guys, singer-songwriters and musicians from Northern Lincolnshire based in Scunthorpe, the Chris Cooper Band, and we'll also be chatting to our other guests today, Tom Haig and Paul Felt from the Pink Berets charity Help for Heroes. But before we do chat, first to our guests, let's take a look at them in action.
The same old light.
Welcome to the sofa, guys. Hello, Chris Cooper Band.
Hello.
The name, we'll come to that in a moment, but let's just get some introductions. So, who have we got?
Chris.
I'm Gav.
I'm Sid.
And Martin.
Sid and Martin at the back there. Now, Chris Cooper Band. Chris Cooper.
Yeah.
Why just you? Why your name?
I started off by myself. I was going around and I was doing loads of gigs by myself, and then obviously the guys have come in.
Well, I think it developed to a double act with you and Daz.
Yeah,
first.
the member that's missing.
He's our lead guitarist.
Right.
He's no longer with us. Well, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's all right.
Still in existence,
He's
as
out
long as
there
good to know.
somewhere. We don't know where.
Well, then it went to a three-piece with Sid on keys, and then in the last 6 months ago, maybe.
6 to 8 months.
Real
Yeah.
members.
Finally, some real talent
The
came
real
to the band.
members, Mr. Laughable at the back there. So, how long have you been going?
As this band, about 6-7 months in the
Right,
lineup
okay.
that we've got at the moment.
Yep.
But
So
from a start.
from the start, it's been about 3 years.
Based
4
in
years.
Scunthorpe?
Yeah.
What sort of area, what's your sort of area that you gig in? I mean, you know, obviously...
We
Northern
mainly,
Lincolnshire.
well, we've played Hull,
All over.
Sheffield,
All over, really?
Doncaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yorkshire, Lincolnshire. We're going to try and get further afield.
Been doing a bit of research, and
All right.
some of the, I've just found a few testimonials now. James Hogarth, BBC Radio, a band to watch out for in the coming year. Interesting. How does that make you feel hearing comments like that?
That's good. It shows
He's
we're doing the right thing.
He's a good bloke, he's James.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the first one to give us radio play.
Was he?
Yeah, it was.
How does that feel when somebody approaches you to do that?
It's good because I mean, obviously, without that and getting exposure of your music, then really, when you
It's
start doing it,
exciting.
it's the end
Yeah.
product that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So when you do get that recognition, it's
And his
obviously
press
good.
is good
and
press.
stirs you
Yeah,
on to
totally, absolutely. Yeah.
write
Martin,
even
what are your
more.
thoughts?
Well, it's always good. You know, you wouldn't say no.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone says, I want to play music, it's like, yeah, go for it.
So where did it all begin for you then? What's your area of expertise?
I'm a bass player.
Bass player, okay,
Um,
and where did it all begin for you? How long have you been doing bass?
I've
altogether?
been playing bass 10, 12 years maybe.
Have you? Okay.
I've played in different bands. I've supported some like major acts in the past.
Right, okay.
I'm at uni now, so now I'm just doing it with these guys
Yeah.
as well.
Enjoying each other's company?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
laugh,
it's
to
good
say the
crack.
least.
Most
all
right.
right.
Behave ourselves.
So obviously you're out performing every week, I would imagine. How much time do you sort of spend together? Do you think it's important to like spend a lot of time together? Obviously, because you've got to gel, I suppose, as well, haven't you?
You've got a bond, haven't you?
Definitely.
You've got to get on.
It's not
You've
just
got to be
when
a click there.
like we're practicing or whatever, like writing. The more time you spend together, like I said,
Yeah.
the more connection you get in general. So
So when me and Daz were sort of looking for members to come in the band, the first thing we said was, we've got to get on with them. That's the most important thing. You've got to get on with them.
Okay, so if you want to see some more, let's take another look at them in action.
Right the dust of these oceans. as the sun escapes and leaves her side. The streets are a tapestry, it's woven in time. Tell the tale of the city little life. Hey, won't you come my way? Hey, won't you come my way?
Some more great music there, you've got to agree. Now, here's something I'm intrigued to know, and I ask every single week with the local guys that I have in, what goes through the thought process on a daily basis of guys, you know, such as you in a band, and the ultimate goal? Is it always in your mind about getting that ultimate big deal, or what do you think? Are you quite happy and content with what you've got going on right now?
We've been recording, haven't we?
Yeah,
so it's been every day for us. We've got an album due at the end of January, beginning of February that we're recording at the moment.
Okay.
So
Constantly on our mind, that at the moment.
Have you got a name? What's the name for that one?
it's self-titled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's going to be it's going to be the first one we bring out with the new band.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously,
it's
with
just
writing that
constant at
album,
the moment,
it
isn't it?
is to achieve that ultimate goal. When we, you know, get that released, we want as much exposure as possible to
Quite a few hours in the
take us
day
that
spent
big.
by doing it all.
Oh, living and breathing it at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah. If we're not
Shoot.
practicing, we're gigging. If we're
Well,
not gigging, we're recording.
It's part of what you do, isn't it? I mean, you've got to keep going, haven't you? Striving for it. So, and where do you see yourself in, let's say, a year? What would you like in a year's time?
Headline tour.
Well,
Ideally.
Even
We're
festivals,
back in-
for it. We're getting ready
major
for it.
festivals would be great to do.
yeah.
Well,
Stuff
Yeah.
like Glastonbury
Well, we're
and
doing
stuff.
all the festivals this summer, aren't we?
One to look out for, I'm sure, but we'll talk some more. So thanks, guys. And now it's time to turn our attention once again to venues around the area. And our What's On guide for this week is Pete with more.
Have you decided on your New Year's resolution yet? Well, maybe it should be to get out and about more and see more of what's going on in your local area. To help you get started, here's what's going on in your local area. Elvis has left the building, and he's re-entered via the back door of the Baths Hall Theatre to perform for one last time there on the 10th of January. Lee Memphis King, Europe's most successful Elvis impersonator, takes to the stage to bring the King himself back to life in this incredible show. Just don't go home and eat too many burgers after the performance, everyone. You know what might happen. It happened to him. It could happen to you too. And on the same day, that's the 10th of January, at the Hull New Theatre, you can get the ELO experience as part of the Mr. Blue Sky Tour. And this weekend, at the Plowright Theatre, is your last chance to see if Jack's magic beans have grown into something long and firm, so he can climb up and visit that great big giant in the clouds. The last show is this Sunday, the 5th of January, so make sure you get along and see what all the fuss is about. Now don't forget those New Year's resolutions. Either you're going to have to jog more, or get down to the gym and work off the pounds, or go out and see more local theatre.
Just a few more ideas for you there on our What's On, and that'll be back next week. Now, that's it for part one, but be sure to join us after the break, and we'll be chatting to Tom Haig and Paul Fell from the Pink Berets, Help for Heroes, and we'll have more from the Chris Cooper Band. Don't adjust your TVs, we're back in a few minutes. Welcome back to that Friday show. Now, in a moment, we'll be talking to our next guest, Tom Haig and Paul Fell. But before we do, Catherine Weatherall took a trip to the Seal Sanctuary at Donanook, just along the East Coast, to find out what it is all about and why people flock there every year.
Wildlife Trust Donanook, a national nature reserve that covers over 6 miles of coast between Grainthorpe Haven in the north and Saltfleet in the south. People visiting the reserve must stay within the viewing area, because grey seals can deliver a powerful bite. It is also a good idea to keep your distance, because some mothers will abandon their pups if they smell like humans or dogs.
Yes, I'm visiting my mother. I'm actually from Cheshire, and it's something we've been meaning to do for years and never got the right time. So,
we belong to an organisation called the U3A, which is the University of the Third Age. In Newark,
retirement people.
And we've come on a bus trip.
What attracts most tourists to the site is the birth of grey seal pups. This happens every November and December and is really one of the most amazing wildlife spectacles. The grey seal, or hooked-nosed sea pig, is a very large marine mammal, and males, or bulls, can reach up to 3.3 metres in length. The females, or cows, are much smaller and usually reach up to about 2 metres in length.
It's our first time, we've heard all about it, so I thought we'd come up and have a look.
We're studying for a module on animal behaviour, so we're going to study their breeding behaviour.
So if you want to see a most inspiring wildlife spectacle, it's here at Donanook, one of the largest grey seal colonies in the UK.
Well, that sounds and looks like a great place to take the children, and if you love wildlife and nature, it certainly looks a nice place to go. And it only happens once a year, so you don't want to miss it. Just briefly, Chris Cooper Band, how can people get in touch with you if they want to do that?
We have our own website, chriscooperband.com.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Blast FM, we're on there.
Pop us into Google, Chris Cooper Band, all one word.
And you'll be there.
Our faces will be there.
Brilliant. Okay, so Twitter, Facebook, website, chriscooperband.com is where you'll find them. Right, now on to my next guest today, Tom Haig and Paul Fell from Help for Heroes Pink Berets. Welcome, gentlemen, today to the show. Help for Heroes, people know of Help for Heroes. Pink Berets, not necessarily at the front of everybody's mind. So, Tom, let's just talk a bit about the Pink Berets and what they do.
Right. Pink Berets, they formed a group to collect donations and treats for troops, for the troops in Afghanistan or wherever they were posted. It was founded in 2008. On the first donation was £5,000.
Wow.
And we just went from strength to strength, and up to date we have collected £100,000 plus.
Impressive.
And we've posted 5,000 shoe boxes to the troops in Afghanistan. This was all possible through Asda's and Tesco's, and mainly the community, the people from Grimsby and Cleethorpes. They've been very, very good. They haven't held back on anything.
So you say Grimsby and Cleethorpes. Does the area stretch out? Do you cover a wider area than Grimsby and Cleethorpes?
Yes, I think we go
to... we've done events in Scunthorpe and places like that, so we do get the word out there and people come into town and do donations to us.
And it's all reliant on your time for volunteering for it then,
it's all voluntary, it's all our time.
How many members are involved in the Pink Berets?
Now we've got about
14, is it, or 12?
12, 14, something like that.
So Pink Berets, is that a unique name for you guys, or
No.
is that across? Is it a countrywide?
No, it's just a community for Grimsby and Cleethorpes.
Right. Oh, okay, that's interesting then.
Why it's Pink Berets is it was originally all female. It was co-founded by Linda O'Sullivan.
Right.
And it was all ladies. So then the backbone came in, us men.
Yeah.
And,
as we do.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't change the name.
Okay.
So we have to walk around, but I will not.
Supporting pink.
I will not wear a pink beret.
You won't?
Nah.
Maybe a knitted one at some stage.
Yes.
Now, you have different events going on all of the time, I guess. It's a year-wide thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's year-round. It's mainly Christmas we do the shoeboxing, but the summertime that's the main events for Help for Heroes. We do Waddington Air Show, Cleethorpes Air Show, Seven Lakes in Scunthorpe, Armed Forces Day, Cleethorpes Carnival.
And who organises all those events?
We've got a events coordinator which go around looking for events and then get the information, put a name down. You
guys are here today, obviously talking about it. Where did it all begin with you then? And what made you get involved with it?
Well, me, I was a chauffeur, and I dropped somebody off at the rugby club where an event was. And I was walking round and I bumped into Linda O'Sullivan and got talking, and she said, why don't you join us? So I joined them, and from there it just escalated. I'm the Treats for Troops organiser.
Right, okay. And a chauffeur, man of many talents as well. Brilliant, I know where to go now. Paul, what about you? How do you
happened about 4 years ago, working with Linda at Astus, and got talking to her, found out that she did all this. I was like, well, I'm ex-forces, so I'll come into her event and help out, and I've been helping out ever since.
It takes commitment, doesn't it, to be involved
in
something
definitely.
Like that? You know,
it takes most of the weekends.
Keep supported. I know you do the Cleethorpes Carnival every year. I've been there the past 2 years with you guys.
Thanks.
But you know, it's such a big thing, isn't it? Help for Heroes.
Yeah.
It's such a great thing. Where all the shoeboxes? Where do you pack the shoeboxes? Where do you do all that?
The last few years we've done it at Grimsby Town Hall, but it depends where it's free, and we put it on our website and Facebook.
Website details?
It's under construction at the moment. So the main part of call is Facebook, but we've got Twitter and other contact details on Facebook.
Berets.
Yep.
Well, big thanks to Chris Cooper Band and Tom and Paul from the Pink Berets. We'll catch up again soon. Thank you. Well, it's nearly time for us to go, but just before we do, if you are part of a local band around Northern Lincolnshire or East Yorkshire, then get in touch for that Friday show, and you could be here just like these